Now, before we start this video, man, I just want to let everybody know that I am Team Megan all the way. Team Megan ever since the situation with her and Tory Lanez took place, and now she's going in trial with Milagro. Now, if you're not familiar with this case, this all revolves around the recent situation with her and Tory Lanez. After their situation in court, Milagro is being sued currently by Megan Thee Stallion for defamation, cyber stalking, international infliction of emotional distress, and invasion of privacy. Now, the lawsuit alleges a lot of things. One of them being that Milagro was the mouthpiece or a puppet for Tory Lanez pushing his narrative. They also allege Milagro made damaging claims like Megan having a severe drinking problem. Legally, a judge has allowed Megan's case to move forward, rejecting Milagro's attempt to dismiss the lawsuit, and this is why they're in court now. Now, it was reported by Megan Contempt. She has been doing an excellent job in regards to this case, but she had talked about Tory Lanez. He was supposed to answer questions in regards to a deposition. Says here that Tory Lanez and his lawyer have been held in contempt of court after Tory Lanez refused to answer questions in the deposition in Megan Thee Stallion's defamation lawsuit against Milagro Grams. He has to pay 20 grand, and a jury in Megan's trial will be told he refused to answer questions. So whatever they wanted to ask Tory Lanez, he refused to answer. I'm assuming he did his deposition over there in prison. Megan Contempt actually has a video talking a lot more in detail of the matter, and we're going to watch that right now.
I'm here at the federal courthouse in Miami where Megan Thee Stallion is going to go on trial in her defamation lawsuit against Milagro Cooper. Megan and Milagro are both going to be here this morning, and they're going to do jury selection. They might even get to opening statements this afternoon.
Now, this is day one of the court, from my understanding. This was yesterday, but she's about to talk about Tory Lanez refusing to answer questions right now.
This is a trial about whether Milagro is defaming Megan when she says that Megan lied in her trial about Tory Lanez shooting her. Now, the jury is going to be told that Tory Lanez refused to answer questions about how he met Milagro during a deposition from prison that's related to this case. The judge last night held him in contempt along with his lawyer, ordered him to pay $20,000.
Now, another thing before she continues, I heard that Tory Lanez said that he said, "I don't care, I'm rich," or "I'm a millionaire," something to that extent. Y'all can let me know in the comments if that was true or not. But I heard that he was saying something like that. So oblivious, but I guess he's in prison. So what does he have to lose at this point? I guess maybe 20 grand, maybe some more charges. Who knows?
Lanez refused to answer how he first met Milagro, whether he's ever communicated with Milagro, and whether he sent Milagro Instagram direct messages or text messages. Now, this is the second adverse inference instruction against Milagro. There is another one saying that she intentionally deleted text messages and that jurors can view it the wrong way.
Now, after this clip, it looks like she talks more in detail about the case in the other post under here. So we'll read what's going on with day one. So basically, she says that the pool of prospective jurors is expected soon. Megan is at plaintiff's table, and Milagro arrived a few minutes ago with her lawyers. They were both sitting at the tables when I stepped out to update you. Milagro walked out with one of her lawyers as I was typing this. One issue is whether damages are assumed if Megan establishes defamation or if she needs to prove actual financial loss. Much of Milagro's filing is about how Megan needs to establish actual malice, but I think her lawyers know that. Their case alleges Milagro is working with Tory Lanez. She continues to say, I counted 15, 16 hands for Megan, 2 that said that they actually had an opinion about her. We haven't heard what the opinion is. No one has heard of Milagro. I counted 6 hands for Lanez, but more for the criminal trial in which he is convicted of Megan. Now, another thing that she said was, I stepped outside to tweet because I can't transmit from the courtroom. I'm going back in. Judge told the prospective jurors trial should end by next Wednesday, but if not, they'll come back the Monday after Thanksgiving. Gotta have Thanksgiving off. Gotta have Thanksgiving. Gotta go with the fam. Gotta watch football, of course. Milagro's lawyer asked prospective jurors about the sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never harm me. And everyone she talked to is emphasizing that, oh yeah, words can hurt a lot. And I think that's important, right? When they talk about words can hurt a lot, because the whole point of this is defamation, right? Causing actual malice to another individual, not through physical harm, but through verbal also. So this is a really big point to make to the people, to the jurors, or to the potential jurors that they'll be talking to when they're dealing with this case. So if everybody's open to this idea that, yes, words are harmful, then this would be a jury that's open to listening to what Megan and their lawyers have to say in regards to this case, right? Not a lawyer, I'm just thinking, right? Now, it's also reported that Milagro has her own stack of lawyers. They said that she came in with 3 attorneys, Jeremy McLement, Natasha Bien-Aim, and Lisa Ann Pertet. Missing is Rhonda Dixon of LA, who tried to join Lane's defense in 2023. She was involved pre-trial, but Milagro's other lawyers told Judge Altonga she won't be here for the trial. It also says right here that people who had opinions about Megan Lanez and the trial were stricken for cause. Amber said that the opinions were just having them is enough for a for-cause strike. The jury has been seated for Megan Thee Stallion's defamation trial against Milagro Grams, 5 men and 4 women, including a black man and a black woman. The black man is a teacher who described himself as a disciplinarian. And that was posted by Megan Kniff yesterday. She continued posting this 2 hours ago, where she says that Megan Thee Stallion walks into the Miami federal courthouse for the second day of the trial in her defamation lawsuit against an online commentator. Defendant Milagro Cooper continues testifying this morning while she's there at the courthouse.
Morning, Megan.
Morning.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It looks like she might win. It doesn't look like she's messing around. Looks like it's all seriousness over here. Looks like this is what she posted an hour ago from this recording. It says that court is on a quick break. Milagro is still testifying in direct exam from Megan's lawyer, John O'Sullivan. He's played a clip of her saying if Tory lied to her and asked her about any conversations that she had with Tory about the shooting. But Milagro denies Tory told her any details. Quinn Emanuel put a lot of work into this trial, which is good considering how much they charge. O'Sullivan is bringing up clips from Milagro's deposition, and he's got her handwritten notes from Lane's trial. Milagro wrote in her notes that Tory's DNA could neither be excluded or included on the gun. But that's not what she told her followers. I wonder how the jury would cope with the huge amount of details they're getting about totally toxic social media banter involving complete strangers. And the jury asked the question that indicates the answer is not all that good. The juror said that they are confused about all the names and relationships they're hearing about. One of them was quoted to say, "I'm unsure about who Tory Lanez is. Daystar is Tony?" That's great. That's hilarious. It says, "So Star is the dad." Another one is, "Kelsey is former friend of Mrs. Megan." I haven't heard how this will be addressed, if at all. It's funny, right? Because they don't know what's going on. I mean, they're not in the know. But once they get to know, we'll find out where this leads to. So far, this has been the updates. I'm sure it's updating as this is going on, and we'll probably find out about it later on. I just wanted to cover this story because I think it's interesting. It involves social media, celebrities. Tory Lanez was just held in contempt over there in prison. And in court, I'm sure they're going to say that he refused to answer any questions. We still have the deposition with Aiden Ross. We still have the other depositions from other social media individuals that we might be privy to. And which goes back to this post that Megan had posted, right? She said, "I wonder how the jury would cope with the huge amount of details they're getting about totally toxic social media banter involving complete strangers." That's the really big takeaway, right? We're going to have to separate the narratives online, the banter online, with what is actually facts. There's been a lot of people on the internet that have been trying to spin narratives, try to say things about Megan, Rock Nation, a whole bunch of things about Tory Lanez, and we have to get down to the nitty gritty. We got to get down to what is factual and what is false that is being spread online. But only time will tell, right? I guess we'll find out later on after this case updates. I guess we'll see from here on out. But y'all can tell me how you feel about this. I guess this is just a quick update in regards to this case. If you want me to continue following up with this case, let me know, man. I just thought it was interesting while I was going over this morning. Just thought I'd let y'all know about it, get y'all's thoughts on it. Y'all can let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video, man, for sure. Keep it a legend.